Letitia said, by the way, it's
And
pronounced
we're
Wu-Tang. You disabled the scoreboard. What will I do?
Hey, everybody who's sticking with us out there. We're back.
Welcome back.
Don't worry. We were very unfunny while you were gone, so that way you wouldn't miss anything. And we didn't ask any questions whatsoever. So now we're on question number 4. In geometry, what is the name for an angle that is more than 90 degrees but less than 180? It's more than this, but less than this.
Wait,
I wasn't looking at the chat. I was doing arms. Dan was first.
Oh, you know what? I thought I knew the answer, but I'm just a little too obtuse.
You tricked us. Run DMC is the answer. The answer was Run DMC. Oh, sorry, Dan. I guess I didn't update that slide from last time.
Yeah, that was definitely an answer to last week's show.
Well, we'll see what other mistakes I've made coming up next on the N-Quisition.
Great.
But I knew about acute angles, right angles, obtuse angles, straight angles. I didn't know about reflex angles until I researched this question.
Ooh.
And that's
Tell us about them.
Well, like if there's an obtuse angle like that, like this inside one is obtuse, but the one that goes whoop, up to here again, that's called the reflex angle.
I was a little off put by the like less than 180 because I was like, is it not obtuse if it's between 180 and 360? And I'd also never heard of reflex angles. I thought you were going to do a Duran Duran pun, and I'm proud of you.
Read.
Nope, it was a Run DMC question the whole time.
All right, question number 5 here. This actor was first nominated for an Oscar in 1985 for playing the role of Celie in The Color Purple, but wouldn't take home an award until 6 years later when she won Best Supporting Actress for portraying spiritual medium Oda Mae Brown. She was born Karen Elaine Johnson, but by which name is she better known?
Oh!
Tanya, you were the first to buzz in after Mike finished reading the question.
Yes, that would be my angel, Whoopi Goldberg.
That is correct.
Yes.
And I'll start sharing my screen again because that's in the slideshow.
I didn't know that Mike's question was going to be 2 pages long. I was waiting for an opening.
Yeah, well, it was.
Yeah. Welcome to the N-Quisition, where sometimes there's a few facts before the question comes out.
It's like Color Purple is my favorite movie of all time, and it's also my favorite book. In fact, the tattoo that I have right here, can you guys see that tattoo? Is an illustration from the book that came out, the 25th anniversary edition of The Color Purple. I wouldn't recommend the Broadway show, The Color Purple, because I didn't think it was that good.
Betty, you should have my points for that.
Thank you, Tanya.
I agree.
Wow.
I'll take your points and I'll give them right back to you because you should have them for giving them to me.
All right. The
Actually,
scoreboard isn't working, so you can't see me making those transfers, but I...
I think we should take Dan's point and split it up between.
I was just going to say the same thing. I don't even know if I have any points, but just feel free to just sow them as we see fit.
We'll recap who has how many points after these next 2 questions.
I do think I've never seen a game show that has more contestants deciding where the points go than on our shows.
No, isn't that exciting for you to get to see this?
Well,
We're organizing. We're octagizing.
all right. Question number 6. A milliner is someone who makes, trims, designs, or sells what?
Dan.
$1 million bills.
Incorrect. Betty.
Mills.
And great guess.
Flour mill.
Tanya.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna get to me. They actually sell those dresses that Broadway actors wear when they're doing old-timey, like Gone with the Wind type of shows.
Petticoat.
Sorry, it's the designers who make dresses for Broadway shows when you're performing thoroughly modern Millie. Is the answer we were looking for. No, it's hats. Hats is the answer.
Does a haberdasher just sell hats?
I think you're right. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Well, I think the hat's not the right answer.
Hats. A good point.
That's you. That one doesn't work.
How about the phrase "mad as a hatter"? Anybody know where that comes from?
Alice in Wonderland?
It predates that, actually.
Okay.
Batman.
Is it the hack William Shakespeare?
It's because hatters used to use mercury nitrate to make felt out of animal furs. And when people used that a lot, they would get mercury poisoning, and it would cause mental problems, and they would go mad. One famous Mad Hatter was a guy named
Abraham Lincoln.
Close.
No?
No, you're close. You're 2 degrees removed, actually.
John Wilkes Booth.
1 degree removed. The guy who killed John Wilkes Booth.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
No, this guy, Boston Corbett, was a hat maker, a milliner, and he got this mercury poisoning, became this crazy religious zealot, was terrified about his lustiness. So he did what you do. He castrated himself. He joined the Union Army. And then after John Wilkes Booth shot Abraham Lincoln and went on the run, his army unit was supposed to track down and chase down John Wilkes Booth, and they got him to a barn, and they were supposed to set the barn on fire and then let him come out peacefully. And instead, this guy disobeyed orders and shot him, and he was going to be court-martialed and imprisoned for it, but instead, he became a national hero at the time.
Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, I thought we were still guessing. I'm so sorry. I am sorry about that.
We got one more question in this round.
All right. Question number 7. The octagonal. No, I guess we're 1 short of 8. How many months of the year have exactly 31 days? And for 3 bonus points, how many months of the year typically, that is more often than not, have 28 days?
Betty.
30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31 except for February. So February is 1, and then 5, 7. 7 and 1.
Time.
Oh. Wait. So how many have 31 days?
7.
Okay, Vegas. Is she right on that?
Is she right? I'm trying to remember. Yes, she's correct.
Now, how many typically, that is more often than not, have 28 days?
1.
It's all of them. All of them have 28 days.
That was a trick.
But you certainly
God.
get the 3 points
a
for
trick.
7 months have 31 days.
But they
That
all
is
have
true.
28 days.
7 months have 28 days, and 5 months also have 28 days.
Oh, Mike, you're as mad as a hatter.
You're as mad as a milliner. I also learned that rhyme way back when, but it never stuck because it's not a rhyme because most of the months already rhyme. So it never really helped me because I was like, 30 days has October, January, and November. It just didn't work.
Yeah,
So,
I also couldn't memorize that.
I learned on my knuckles. You put a fist like to your chest like this, and then you go January, February, March, April, and you alternate between the knuckles. Once you get to your last pinky knuckle, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, you go back to the first knuckle. So July and August both have 31 days in a row, and then you have September, October, November, December. Every divot is less than 31. Every knuckle is 31.
Elaine Stritch. Oh, I still thought we were guessing.
I think it's tricky to rock around that's right on time.
Dan, how are you able to memorize an algorithm Sudoku on your knuckles, but you can't memorize a 19-word psalm to help you with the months?
I wish I knew.
You're like, oh, it's a lot easier to do it this way. You go outside.
It's a lot easier to just like solve 4 Rubik's cubes, and inside they just have the number of months that you magically know for the rest of eternity.
First, you cure cancer. Okay, that's the first thing you do.
As a person with ADHD, I keep track of what day it is by turning to people around me and saying, "Hey, what day is it?"
As a person living in quarantine and COVID, I keep track of the days of the week by going, what day is it? Oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? They're all the same.
Yes, I have been significantly off without even trying. I'm like, okay, so since today is Wednesday, and Lisa would be like, it's Sunday. I'm like, fuck, what? That is bad. That's a year underground bad, you know?
All right, well, Vegas, let's check in with the scorekeeper, Vegas the Incorruptible, and how are these N Crowders doing?
Well, our audience doesn't even know because of a failure on the part of Streamlabs that Betty has 3 points after that round, and Dan and Tanya are tied with 6 points each.
Ooh.
Woo!
So it is anybody's game. Well, this is where that pen and paper might come in handy because this is round 2, deep thought. Deep thought. These N Crowders have all made their own answer cards. They're going to be recording their answers on their cards, and we'll be checking what they've written later on in the show. So here's our first question. More Caesar-y Roman goodness for you. What is MCCVI divided by III? The correct answer will get you a point. The correct answer written in Roman numerals will get you 5 points. So MCCVI divided by III. I love watching it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm. Sorry?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
What is the Roman numeral M for? And then I'll be able to figure this one out. Can you just give me M?
The Roman numeral for M is how many, it's equal to the number of how many hat makers there were in Rome at the invention of the numerical system.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have hats. They just had those little leaves that went around in a circle.
Oh, it's L. L is the one for hats. It was laurels.
I always go by this. I go by the Super Bowl. I go by the Super Bowl for this. Yes,
yeah, there haven't been M Super Bowls yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a while till we get to M Super Bowls.
Yeah. Thank you for that hint.
Wink.
Okay.
Just call me Agatha Harkness. That meme.
I don't know who Agatha Harkness is.
Well, why don't you subscribe to Disney Plus? This show is brought to you by Disney Plus.
I do subscribe to Disney Plus.
Why don't you use it? Participate in the cultural phenomenon.
My dad and I are watching all of the Marvel movies in timeline order right now. We just got to Black Panther.
All right, so you'll get to Agatha Harkness in a while.
Okay. Man, I hadn't seen Civil War, the Captain America Civil War one until recently.
Mhm.
And I was surprised that Iron Man was being such a goody two shoes and Captain America was being so rebellious. I thought,
Yeah, Iron Man's all like, what would be great if the state was in charge of your lives
yeah,
and we trust the military.
yeah.
Wasn't that Dark Knight Returns too?
Well, all those large movie companies are military propaganda. Sorry, guys. Everything you like is military propaganda.
As is the Super Bowl, let's be honest.
Yeah.
As is the national anthem. As is improv, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true. Because in a battle, you have to yes end whatever fire is coming your way.
What do you think the N really stands for in N crowd?
Nuclear munitions.
Ammunition. N.
Run DMC.
All right. Question number 2. We've given them too much time to think about this now.
Okay.
We went from math to some letters, anagrams. Arrange the letters in the phrase farts bake into something you eat and get a point per letter of your answer. You only get to submit one word for your answer here. So you could make, something you eat could be, I don't know. I'm not going to give you any answers, but you could make something that you eat out of there that's only 3 letters long. You also could make something you eat that is 9 letters long, but you only get to submit one.
And you only get to use each letter once.
Yeah, only get to use each letter once.
Does it have to be pleasant to eat?
No.
Okay.
Dan's going to write down farts bake.
Yeah, and then it's all on Vegas to consider whether it's something that you eat.
Yeah, it has to be something I eat.
I'm going to kill this one. I just want you to know I'm going to destroy this question.
Awesome.
All right. Sorry, question. You're getting destroyed.
I'm going to vaccinate this question. Then I'm going to destroy it, even though it has armor to protect itself from me, the virus of truth.
Are you one of those freakish anagram people? Like, I went to high school with this young lady who was like, she was very bright and everything. But then one day we had like downtime in class and our teacher wrote some anagrams on the board and her brain like just clicked. Are you one of those people?
I am not, but I do a lot of crossword puzzles. So I feel like that kind of knowing where consonants and vowels could or should go seemed to be a thing that happened with crosswords. In quarantine for the last year, I've called my mom once a week to do a crossword puzzle with her. It's been the most useful time I've ever had with my mom. Ever.
So you like hang out on the phone and just like
I
think 12 across is farts bake.
Yeah, we FaceTime and I get the Sunday crossword from the Inquirer and I FaceTime her, but I show the crossword and then I do it.
Oh, she doesn't have her own copy. She has to.
No, it's good for her brain. She thinks it through and it's fun.
That's awesome.
I know because I like crosswords very much that the Inquirer on Sunday does the New York Times Thursday crossword, and then they also do the Newsday crossword.
Yeah.
Which one do you do? I
do the Newsday. I can't do the New York Times. I can do Monday, Tuesday, New York Times, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the rest of the week I'm a failure.
Betty, I think we just outdorked the Magic the Gathering chit chat.
No way. There is no way that we outdorked Magic the Gathering.
Forbes did name Magic the Gathering the world's most complicated game about 2 years ago.
Wow.
Which is not a compliment.
Is it that complicated?
It has about 900 rules.
Wow.
So it's got rules, and then the cards will have their own rules on them, so
But
it can
the
become
rules
like a
have to
logic puzzle where how cards interact with each other.
Huh.
Exactly that.
That's interesting because so many kids play it, you know?
Kids are really smart.
Yeah, it's easy to pick up. It teaches math in a fun way. But it is there are some, in order to learn how to play, it's very simple, but there are some like complicated interactions that mostly happen with like a card that's released now versus a card that was released 20 years ago, because they're all part of the same game, and it's a 30-year-old game.
Do you guys remember when
30,000 cards?
Do you remember when like being a nerd was not cool?
Yes.
You guys,
It was
really
awful.
have-
So miserable.
Tanya, what is your nerdiest thing, Tanya?
My nerdiest thing?
Yeah. Besides fear of
That I do improv too much.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we all hit that nerd baseline right there.
Yeah.
And then some of us really catapulted into the hellish layers of nerddom.
Dan, I got a Nicol Bolas Commander deck, and
There
it
we
has
go.
all the different versions of Nicol Bolas.
Is it? Oh, so you're not running just the Grixis Nicol Bolases. You're running 5-color Nicol Bolas. Man, that's crazy.
Oh no, it's just the Grixis
I'm
one.
getting
it's Grixis. Okay.
I'm actually getting a
Sorry.
message that someone wants to yank my teeth out with a wrench. I think I might have to do that. I'm so sorry. I might have to go if we're gonna keep entertaining the.
There's one more question in the
Okay.
deep thought round.
All
we have to
right,
get
all
to.
right. So here we go. Question number 3. 1934's It Happened One Night, 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and 1991's The Silence of the Lambs are the only 3 movies in history to have done what? The correct answer will earn you 10 points. The answer Vegas the Incorruptible finds most amusing will earn you 5 points.
Never seen It Happen One Night.
I haven't either. I've seen the other 2.
I bet it's not that good.
It's a Frank Capra movie, so I'm sure it's super cheesy.
Frank Capra.
Yeah, he did like It's a Wonderful Life and Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and stuff.
Gotcha. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Silence of the Lambs. Pretty good.
yeah.
I remember hearing Anthony Hopkins on Jay Leno when that movie first came out, and he talked about how he lost all the weight to be in that very first movie. I guess it was 3. And he talked about how he only ate pretzels. And
Really?
and this was I remember being like, this is before like crazed diets, and I'm like, that motherfucker got tight. He got fucking ripped munching on fucking pretzels.
That's just straight carbs. Do you eat 1 pretzel a day? Like,
I
one
mean-
little Snyder's mini.
So his thing was only carbs, nothing else. No fat, no meat,
No
just
vitamins?
pretzels.
That sounds amazing. I could eat
Yeah, dude.
a bag of pretzels.
I could see that, like, if you're trying to get into character of a cannibal, like maybe you want to, in your personal life, avoid protein.
Huh. But
I just
Tanya,
thought
I'm
that
with
that
you. Like I could eat pretzels until I die. Like I love salty bread.
But only that? But only that?
That and a liver with fava beans and a nice
Oh,
Chianti.
please. Sounds delicious.
All
Well,
right.
those are your questions.
I
Yeah.
got my
We'll
answers.
find out the
Where do I-
answers
Oh,
at the end of the show.
okay. Got it.
So hold on to those answer cards. We'll be checking out on them later. But right now, we're going to go to round 3, the mystery round.
Mystery round. A mystery round. What?
I don't know either. What if we're just doing
This round is different every episode, so the contestants will never know what they have to deal with. This week, the mystery round is something of my own invention called Scissors, Paper, Rock. It's similar to a game that you may have played called Rock, Paper, Scissors, but only in that the rules are exactly the same.
Oh, Mike, I missed you so much.
So basically, this is a rock, this is paper, this is scissors. We're going on a paper, rock, scissors shoot, and you put your thing out there on shoot, not before it. And yeah, we're basically, why don't you explain Vegas further from here?
Yeah, so we'll go. Each contestant is going to play every other contestant in a best of 3, and then the 2 contestants with the best records will play each other in a championship round. So we're doing a round robin style rock, paper, scissors tournament. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A scissors, paper, rock tournament. And the overall winner will get 10 points. Second place will get 5 points. And third place won't get any points, but we will still acknowledge their humanity.
Vegas, I missed you.
And yeah, for we'll just start with Betty and Tanya, just going by the order of people in my Zoom. All of us have different arrangements of people in our Zooms, but
All right.
My grip.
All right,
Okay.
Here we go. And rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What do you think, Vegas?
I think scissors beats paper.
I think
is
so.
How I learned it
All
as a
right.
child.
That's Tanya. She's got 1. This is a best of 3. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, paper and paper are equivalent. That's a push.
All right.
And I'm sorry, I might be confusing the contestants because I'm saying rock, paper, scissors. We're playing a totally different game.
Yeah.
So here goes. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, scissors is equivalent to scissors. And in a best of 3, Tanya won that round.
Yes, so. Huh.
All right. Next, we'll do a Tanya versus Dan. Round 2
All
of
right.
our tournament.
Here we go. And scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, scissors beats paper, as we learned in the first round. Point to Dan.
All right, here we go.
Compelling Twitch for our viewers at home. Is this called Twitch? What kind of media is this?
Stream.
Yeah, streaming.
Compelling stream. All right.
All right, here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, Dan is disqualified for donut. The point
Yes.
goes to Tanya with scissors.
Oh,
A
man.
valid gesture.
So that means Tanya's got 2 wins right now. So
Well,
that means
Tanya and Dan both have 1.
We're 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, paper covers rock. even with his shenanigans, Dan pulls out a victory in that round.
Wow.
Well, let's see what happens in round 3.
Well,
Dan versus Betty.
I'll tell you what, if Betty beats Dan, then all of our contestants have beaten one other contestant.
Well, we didn't account for what that means.
I kind of did when I was coming up with this, and I don't have a solution to it except to play another round. But here we go. So Dan and Betty, scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, Betty,
God, I have an arthritis thing. That was not an on purpose thing.
In response, I void slime your middle finger.
Wow. Guess what? I coaster yarmulke your void slime.
Ooh. That's first edition.
I donut.
All right, so
Yeah,
point to Dan, the middle finger, an invalid gesture, of course.
All right. Sorry, but a one-time scissor loses to a two-time scissor. So here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Ooh, the rock beats scissors, of course. And we don't even need to play out the third interaction between Betty and Dan to say Dan wins that round, meaning he's won the second most amount of rounds. Tanya has... Wait.
Well, no, now we go to a championship.
Dan won the first most around. Anyway, Dan and Tanya to the championships.
Yes. So here we go. Dan and Tanya, we've got a best of 3 series. We've got 10 points and 5 points on the line. This is big time.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot. They both went scissors.
Both went scissors. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
boy.
push. That's a push.
All right, so we've got a draw there. Here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot. Oh!
Rock beats scissors. Rock beats scissors.
All
That's
right.
a fact.
So Tanya's up 1-0 right now. Here we go. This could be Tanya winning it all right here, or it could be that we'll have to have a tiebreaker. But here we go. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot. Oh my God. Oh.
So we do. We need a tiebreaker. This
Oh.
is
Get
edge
that recent-
of your seat stuff.
Whew. All right. This seems like a reason to donate to the N crowd. This kind of
I'm gonna put a link in the Twitch chat real quick.
yeah.
I gotta get that link out there. Ooh, here I go.
All right, this is it. Tanya, Dan, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, here goes. Scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Oh, he pulled the Hank Hill card, which is valid in the version of Magic that Dan made up, but not valid in this game. The round goes to Tanya. Tanya, you won 10 points. Dan, you got 5 points. And Betty, we recognize your humanity.
What is consolation if not a mere recognition of humanity?
Thank you. I would like to take Dan's points and award them over to Tanya. Thank you.
How magnanimous.
Not your
Thank
points to award.
No, I'll decide that.
Et tu, Bete?
Way to be on theme, Dan. Well, after that
Oh,
game, let's
I've got
go-
great news. Mike, we lost no viewers during that section of the game.
Wow.
Thank you all so much.
But we didn't lose any viewers, but our contestants did earn points. So let's check in. How are these N crowders doing?
Well, just do a little spreadsheet math. And Betty rounded us out with 3 points. Dan, you've got 11. And Tanya is in the lead with 16.
Woo! All
Who is
right.
right?
Right.
still anybody's game because there are plenty of points on the table from the deep thought answers, and we've got another game coming up. This brings us to our final round of competition before checking those deep thought answer cards to see which N crowder will triumph and which will wither in shame. We know what you've been thinking. What's it like to have sex with the N crowd? Well, we're going to show you in round 4. Sex with me.
Sex with me, 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 yeah.
Tisha.
Yeah, this is Sex with Me. How's it work? Well, we'll get some persons, places, things, nouns from the audience, and it'll be up to our contestants to make jokes out of those objects. Sex with me jokes, you might say. Like we play in the game Sex with Me, which is in the N Crowd show every other Friday, right here on this Twitch stream, or Facebook live feed, or YouTube, whatever you're watching on. We're playing Sex with Me on it, and you'll get a point for every Sex with Me joke that is a joke, and 2 points for a real banger, and no points if you just say words that aren't a joke.
All right, so all we need now is some suggestions from the Twitch chat room.
No nos duchamos los domingos.
I guess I should look at the Twitch chat.
Domingos.
Nos levantamos tarde los domingos.
Is somebody?
Are the rest of you hearing Duolingo?
Duolingo?
Anyway,
Sex with me is like Duolingo. There's always an owl bugging me every 30 minutes.
yeah, Duolingo is the first suggestion we got. So 2 points to Dan just for predicting that.
All right, but do we have a suggestion here?
Duolingo was a suggestion.
Oh, perfect. Well, then let's go for it. Sex with me jokes about Duolingo.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. You can pay for it, but most people use the free version.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. If you do your daily tests, then you can dress up in special outfits.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. Once COVID hit, people were like, okay, this will make things better. But then it was just very depressing to have to do that.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. Muy bien.
Nice. Very nice. Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. You could use both hands, but most people just do the one and then they're fine.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. It's just better with Rosetta Stone. That's another person that's good at sex. It's a person that's good at sex, and it's the name. Yes.
Explain.
I get it.
That is funnier when you explain it for sure.
Yep.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. It's usually done on the bus on the way to work.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. It's usually done in the bathroom. On the toilet.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. It's usually just in the middle of the night, and just in the middle of the night. I wake up in bed in the middle of the night and have sex.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. It's usually done alone.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. There's like a group of people that like to brag about how long they've been doing it.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. No matter how long you do it, you never really quite get good at it.
Yes. Yes. That is good. I like that. I'll give my last point to Tanya for that one.
Sex with me is like sex with Duolingo. I make sure to get my streaks every single day.
Well, I think we're almost ready for a new word, except I have to say that sex with me is like Duolingo because you won't believe the shit that comes out of your mouth. But also, I want to say thank you to Think and Ashley Fee for throwing a few tips our way, everybody.
Woo!
Woo!
Hey, we got
Tips.
$20 from Think and $5 from Ashley, and wow, the N crowd can go another week.
So now we need another suggestion. What do we got?
Thank you so much. Let me check the chat. Birthday cake. That's the
Birthday
first thing I
cake.
saw.
Sex with me is like sex with a birthday cake. You have to blow on it first.
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. Everybody gets a piece.
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. You want to put your dick in the middle of it.
Mhm, mhm.
I give my points back to Betty.
God, what is life? What is life? Just a perfect third beat on those first two jokes. That's what it is. Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. When someone's being cute, they like to smush it in your face.
You-
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. Make a wish and blow.
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. There's like trending flavors everywhere. There's birthday cake water ice. There's birthday cake. Yeah, I can't make this one work.
Sex
Sorry about
sex with me is like birthday cake. There's a vodka that tastes like it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sex with me is like sex with me is like birthday cake. It is unbelievably uncomfortable when your parents give it to you.
Oh God. Oh boy, oh boy.
My parents have given me most of my birthday cake.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you.
That's Mike. We
Sex
can
with me
talk
is like
about that
sex with
after the
birthday
show.
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. Not as good frozen. Not as good. Better fresh. Better fresh.
Any more birthday cake jokes?
Sex with me is like
sex with a birthday cake. Sweet on the outside, but pretty dry on the inside.
Sex with me is like sex with birthday cake. There is cum everywhere.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
Oh,
and we
so
should
stupid.
we
So
should
silly.
say with that birthday cake suggestion, Fee Diddy 87 redeemed 100 N crowd points to use the Take My Suggestion feature in the Twitch chat. You get N crowd points just for attending shows, and you can spend those points on fun things in the chat room. Anyway, you
Before
guys,
we get that suggestion, can I say mine for birthday cake?
yes, please do.
Well, come on. Sex with me is like birthday cake. Best part is licking off the icing.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one. Come on, Mikey.
Yeah, it's an
Come on,
easy one that all three of you competent improvisers missed.
We're letting you take the low-hanging fruit. Okay? We're setting you up.
I'm gonna take a suggestion that it looks like Letitia tried like 4 times to type in the chat before successfully typing castor oil.
Castor oil.
Castor oil. What is castor oil? Is this for a car?
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil. You can pour it down mole holes to kill the moles.
I see. Sex with me is like sex with castor oil. I have to ask a man what it is.
Sex
with me is like sex with castor oil. Sponsor of a NASCAR champion. Is that true?
I don't know if they do.
Yeah,
it was a swing. I'm allowed to swing and miss.
You're thinking of castro oil, I think.
I'll decide.
Maybe I'll give you a point for it anyway. No one can see what I'm doing on the spreadsheet.
And castor and castrol, I'm definitely getting those two confused.
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil, a vegetable oil pressed from castor beans, colorless to very pale yellow liquid with a distinct taste and odor.
Sex with me is like castor oil. I'm pretty sure it'll make you throw up.
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil. Your grandmother has a dusty jar of it in the cupboard. Is that true?
I think that's what I understand castor oil to be.
Sex with
me is like go.
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil. Your parents use it as a punishment.
Tanya's getting 2 points because I was reading the Wikipedia article and that's one of the headlines under it.
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil. Induces vomiting.
Dan said that already. I'm giving you a point anyway.
It was phrased less self-deprecatingly, so give her my points.
Yeah, no, you both get a point. And to the person in the chat who asked, oh yeah, points are going out, baby. You just can't see them because the Streamlabs is broken.
Sex with me is like sex with castor oil, a very good, safe lube.
Well, sex with me is like sex with castor oil, something most people are only familiar about from old Tom and Jerry cartoons. But why don't we get another word that we know what the fuck it is? So
all right. Well, sex with me is like sex with castor oil. It stops rice, wheat, and pulses from rotting.
Oh. Awesome.
The legume pigeon pea is commonly available coated in oil for extended storage.
Nice.
But we'll
Sex
get one
with
more
me
from
is like the legume pigeon pea covered in oil.
Wooden crate.
Wooden crate?
Yeah.
Greek?
Wooden crate.
Wooden crate.
Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. Trending on Pinterest.
Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. You're gonna need a crowbar to pry me open.
Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate, stacked high in an old orchard. Stacked high to the top of the barn.
Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. Just store all your old junk in there.
Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. My mom gets it at a flea market.
Sex with me is like a wooden crate. It's loaded with 12-inch long plays.
Oh God. Nerd alert.
That's a vinyl record. It's a LP stands for.
We have to listen to something at our magic meetings.
I got this new Rush album. I'm going to put it on and play my cover deck.
Oh, this is the greatest hits of the Cars. It's a vintage. Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. Flimsy.
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 Sex with me is like sex with a wooden crate. Sturdy.
Now that tracks with my vision of wooden crates. I'm going to take one more word from the audience. Do you have a crate joke, Mike, that you've been dying to get out?
A couple, man. Sex with me is like a wooden crate. The Ark of the fucking Covenant could be in there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when Betty was talking about stacked crates.
It does melt face once you open up.
Oh man.
It's like a wooden crate. Naughty.
Naughty.
Usually made from pine, guys.
Oh my
There.
God.
Ashley
What a
gave
reach.
$10 more so we would say her name. Thank
What
you
a
for the
reach.
donation, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
And
That be a
we're gonna
lesson to
take
everybody
one
else.
more. We're gonna take one more sex with me suggestion. We're getting close to time, but fire from our friend
Fire?
Sebastian_Rockwilder.
Fire.
Is a sexy name.
Sex with me is like sex with fire. Very exciting when men invented it. Sex with me is like sex with fire. It burns.
You're not doing it right.
Sex with me is like sex with fire. Just saps all the oxygen out of the room.
Sex with me is like sex with fire. A bunch of kids hanging out in the woods, huh? Yeah, that's right. Sex with me is like sex with fire. I just figured out how to start it by myself.
Sex with me is like sex with fire. I got a match on Tinder.
Boo.
That was good.
That was actually good.
Sex with me is like sex with fire. You're not allowed to play with it.
Sex with me is like sex with fire, usually by accident.
And I'm gonna stop us right there. You got a fire joke, Mike?
I sure do, because sex with me is like fire, because I come in a dragon's mouth.
Oh my God. I missed you, Mike.
Oh, that was sex with me. That's what sex with us is like.
Yes.
Mostly a lot of talking.
What do we think, Vegas? Let's check out the scores after that.
Well, let's check out the scores. So Betty, she realized that volume is the name of the game when it comes to sex with me, and she scored 25 points. Dan scored 17. Tanya scored 12. And Mike, do you know what that means going into the last round?
I would if I had written those three numbers down.
It means all three of our contestants are tied with 28 points each.
Sex with me is
God.
like our scores. It's a three-way.
I'm gonna I'll just
Nice.
share my screen with the spreadsheet on it. Why don't
Sex with
I?
me is like sex with our scores. It still feels like we've all lost.
Look at that spreadsheet.
Oh,
With I don't know if you can even see that
no.
with your. It's kind of tiny on the screens, but it's
What a graphics team you got working here.
Sex with me is
you're all
like
tied.
Vegas's spreadsheet, tiny.
Goodness.
All right. So everybody's tied at 28, did you say?
I said, well, if the chat room is saying that I said 68, but everyone's tied at 28.
68. I guess we owe them one. Because that would be 69, and then it's
is that a number that's funny?
Yeah.
It
Great.
was once.
Oh.
All right. Well, all that's left is to go over the contestants' deep thought answer cards. So let's check those answers.
Let's check those answers.
All writing utensils must be out of the contestants' hands. Folks in the chat room, help us out. These answers should be finalized by now. So if you see any of these rascals scribbling something, name and shame. If it takes deducting points to keep folks honest, well, then Vegas will just have to be that cruel.
Yeah.
I don't
And I'm
have to be,
cruel.
and everybody can still like me.
I'll be like Caesar to a pirate.
All right. Well, our first question was, what is MCCVI divided by III? And we said that you'll get a correct point. You'll get an answer for you'll get a point for the correct answer, but the correct answer in Roman numerals will get you 5 points. Let's start with contestant number 1 tonight, which is Betty. What do you got there?
42?
All right, we got 42. Tanya, you're contestant number 2. What do you got? 68 and 2/3. And Dan, what do you have?
I got E.
Boy.
402.
Oh.
What was it?
402.
This is going to be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Vegas, how did Betty and Tanya do?
Well, they were wrong. Dan is right that 402 is the answer, but the way he wrote it in Roman numerals, does he get?
I did
Nope,
write 402.
Tanya and I get his points.
But
So here's the thing. There is a convention on clocks that you can write for Roman numerals.
I.
Yes, but I've never seen it done with C's. Luckily, I don't have to make a difficult judgment here. Vegas does. So
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I'm gonna give you, let's see. What would a wise king do?
what would Julius Caesar do?
Cut the baby in half. Cut the baby in half.
Guess I'm gonna have to crucify Dan. Sorry.
Yeah. That feels right.
All right, I'm gonna give Dan 2.5 points.
Cut the baby in half.
And 1 point for getting it right, and then 2.5 points for the way he wrote the answer in Roman numerals. Will that swing the game? Just might.
I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but I so want Dan to either win or lose by half a point now. All right. Question number 2 of Deep Thought. We had anagrams. Arrange the letters in the phrase farts bake into something you eat and get a point per letter of your answer. So we're going to go to contestant number 2, Tanya, first on this one. What did you get?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. All right. And contestant number 3, Dan.
You're going to eat mine later in the day, probably after you've been to a steakhouse and you ate too much. Steak barf.
Wow.
Steak barf. Wow. Does that? We have to figure out if that.
Betty
It's
wrote
in there.
barf steak.
Barf steak. Wow.
Well, 9 points to everyone.
All right.
Nice.
The answer that I had down was breakfast,
Oh.
but I did not think of steak barf or barf steak.
I mean, I'm so glad that Dan and I finally agreed on something. Now it seems like the activist is becoming the octopus.
Just
Wouldn't
give my
you
point.
say?
Just give my points away. Just give my points away.
I think we should all give our points to Karen. I'll be honest.
I agree.
She's the fucking champion
Alright.
here.
I agree.
All right, Karen.
Even though there's one more question, I
all
guess.
the points to Karen on the spreadsheet.
Here we go. This could be the game-winning question right here.
This will be the game-winning question, unless everyone got it wrong.
So we have 1934's It Happened One Night, 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and 1991's The Silence of the Lambs are the only 3 movies in history to have done what? And the correct answer gets you 10 points. The answer, Vegas the Incorruptible, finds most amusing, earns 5. We're going to go to contestant number 3 first on this one. Dan, what did you have?
What have they done? The Dougie.
That's a funny answer, though.
That's a funny answer.
All right, so contestant number 1, Betty.
They have, and I will read this for you, they have won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Gayest Leading Lady.
And Tanya. They star Jodie Foster.
Only 3 movies in history to have done so.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh dear.
All right. So here, the right answer, the 10-point answer, is they're the only films to have swept the Big 5 Oscars, which is very close to what Betty said.
See, look, screenplay is in there. Screenplay, picture, director, actor. I wrote them all. Look, director, actor, actress, picture, screenplay. You see them?
All right. So if I accept,
just didn't say it because
if I accept that as the answer, Dan gets 5 points for the Dougie, of course. Brings him up to 43. Boy, oh boy. And then if I give the full 10 to Betty.
Wait. How did Dan get to 43?
What?
Didn't Dan have 28?
Yeah, he had 28. And then he got 9 points for the one thing that everyone got. Then he got 3.5. I'm sorry, 43 and a half. And I think Betty is I think you're our winner.
Yes.
With 40 something points.
I wanted to make sure you guys saw that so you didn't. I really like Tanya's answer, and I will say I will absolutely give her all my points as long as she promises to give them all to Karen, which I guess is strange to ask you to give them to a white Karen. That's probably like a really...
The only Karen I would give all of my points to.
Hiya! That's the champion I can get behind.
I do agree that Jodie Foster.
Oh.
And we do have to say, in all seriousness, that Karen goes by Karma_Art Studio, not Karen_Art Studio on Twitch.
Yeah, you want to see somebody painting pictures of other people's pets? Don't go to Karen_Art Studio. Go to Karma_Art Studio on Twitch.
Amazing.
All right, so then, but I guess congratulations to Betty.
Behold our winner.
For a stand-up show, I'm going to do a whole chicken impression. You want to be there? Let's go.
All right, Karen, are we on? All right.
Thank you so much, everyone, for great seeing all of you.
Great seeing you too.
Yes. And thanks to Karen, the N Crowd's artistic director. She's running tech for us tonight. We're not just making inside jokes about somebody who doesn't exist. And you can watch her make art live at twitch.tv/karma_art studio. And I want to leave you guys with a quote now from Julius Caesar, who said, "Without training, they lacked knowledge. Without knowledge, they lacked confidence. Without confidence, they lacked victory." Sounds like 2 out of 3 of our contestants tonight. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Come back next week at 8 o'clock to see the N Crowd's regular improv comedy show. We're here every Friday until we are all vaccinated and theaters are open. Goodbye.
Drunk by now. Drunk